Hello and welcome to the short Vort on Parshas Vayeitze. In Perek Lamed Daled, Pasuk Aleph, the Pasuk says, Vayeitze Dina bas Leah. And Dina, the daughter of Leah, went out. It doesn't say the daughter of Yaakov, it says the daughter of Leah. So Rashi tells us, because it's comparing the daughter to the mother, that just like Leah was a yatzanis, someone who went out and about, so too was a daughter who went out and about. Now this is often interpreted as something that's negative about them, especially considering the fact that the sneers of Sarah, she was in the ohel, she was in the tent when the men came, when the malachim came who looked like men, and the fact that this unfortunate incident that by going out, Dinah was seen by Hamor ben Shechem, and tragedy ensued. However, I'd like to use an approach that this is a positive thing about Leah, that we're seeing the outing of Leah's beauty. And I'm basing this in part on something I heard last week from Rabbi R Farhi on Parshas Vayeitze. Over there, the pasuk introduces in Perek Tes pasuk Yud that Leah is described as that ve'enei Leah rakos. The eyes of Leah, the Midrash Rabbah says, were weak, because she was crying about the fact that her prospects were that she was expected to marry the evil Esav, and she didn't want to marry Esav. She was a righteous person. Rabbi Farhi says, why does it not say from crying that her eyes were red, that they were Edom? Why does it say Rach? It teaches us a different interpretation than weak, but that they were soft, that she was a soft-hearted person. She cared about her community. She was an activist, and she went out to help people. The pasuk in Eicha, he says, is Al Eila ani bochia. On these I cried. That the word Eila is the same letters as Lamed Aleph Hey Leah. That Leah, as if it was saying that Leah cried about all these other people. She wanted to help them. So therefore, the yatzanis, the fact that she went out, is that this was a good quality of hers. She went out to help people. And we also see another good power of Leah, that she had the power of tefillah, that she prayed, that when crying is a form of tefillah, tza'akah, that Hashem listened to her. And instead of marrying Esav, she in fact married Yaakov, because her tefillos worked. And also her tefillos worked because when she prayed that she was about to have a seventh son, which would mean that her sister Rachel would only have one child less than even the Shvachos had. They each had two. So she prayed that this one would become a girl, and in fact became Dinah, which the Alshach said that is why she's called the yatzanis. She had the traits of men. Men go out, and women are more chinuch, and they stay inside. So last week, I explained how in Parshas Vayeitze that there's spiritual benefits from quarantine by not going out into the marketplace and not seeing the bad influences that are there. However, there are times when you should go out into the marketplace to help other people, to be yatzanis. It's something that is good. However, I saw that Chaim Kanievsky says that, of course, this is for a praise of Sarah, the Torah of Leah, and the Torah wouldn't be criticizing her. But even when she went out as yatzanis, she went out to greet Yaakov Avinu, which was for a mitzvah. You still have to be careful, because when it comes to the chinuch of our children, training our children how to act, yes, they can go out for when it's a mitzvah, but there's always the risk that once you have the exception to go out for a mitzvah, that you might go out when it's not a mitzvah, and bad things can happen. So we learn our lessons that this is a praise of Leah, the one who was the yatzanis, who went out to help people because her eyes were soft. She was a soft-hearted person, always looking to help people, and she had the power to pray and to change things, including to help her sister have a son. Thank you for listening. Have a wonderful week, a wonderful Shabbos. Like, share, and subscribe.